Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be reviewing Sir Lovelot. Sir Lovelot is developed by Pixel Lou and published by Sometimes You. Sir Lovelot is $9.99 on Xbox and is a platformer. Alright, so in this game, it's sort of kind of like a very standard platformer where you have to kind of run around, beat enemies up, and find collectibles and collect coins and get in this case, you're going to find this little flower so that you can give it to the princess that's in this castle, who looks kind of like Rapunzel based on the fact that she lets her hair down so that you can climb up into the room uh, after the fact. uh, which is an interesting concept for a game like this. I mean, obviously there is nothing in the game that tells you that what's really happening there, but maybe not the best for kids that are somewhat knowledgeable about things that adults do. However, you're not going to see anything even remotely close to that in this game, so, most kids are not even going to be aware of what the heck that is. As for the game itself, each level, there's 40 of them in the game, or actually 42 or 43, I think, has a unique uh, setup, and there's 4 major areas that have different types of levels in them. So, for instance, in the first area, you're mostly in a grassy levels. In the second area, you're in a lot of watery levels, and so forth and so on. There's definitely a nice variety of the platforming in the game. I didn't find any of the areas all that difficult. There also is a lot of hidden areas that you can find, and those are going to really help you when it comes to collectibles. You're going to have to find those for all the ducks and everything else that you want to collect in the game, assuming you want to get some of the collectibles. The collectibles don't really do anything except for, working towards 100%ing the game and things of nature. But, that's the point, so. All the hit detection and everything like that works really well. I actually thought the music in the game is pretty nice for this type of game. I'm not the type of person that really pays that much attention to the music, but it fits the game pretty well. So, highly recommend it from that perspective. Overall, your character, the mechanics of what you use the character, like shooting and jumping around, work really well. The only thing that I didn't like particularly is that you can kind of hang on ledges, and while that can be good in certain situations, it can also be bad in certain situations. And I would get stuck on a ledge occasionally where I couldn't, where I or missed time to jump and ended up on a edge instead of falling down to where I wanted to be, things of that nature. So that can be a little problematic, if you're not careful. But overall, it didn't take away. It wasn't so horrible that it took away from the game. I just had to kind of get used to how it was working to get where I was better at it. Also, it is cool that the shooting aspects in the game, you can shoot off of ledges, you can shoot off of uh, uh, vines that are hanging from wherever. So you have lots of opportunity to kill enemies from different areas. And also, once you do get shooting on an enemy, he definitely gets stunned, and so that your risk of attack goes down significantly. Being attacked while you're shooting, I should say. However, there's some enemies late in the game that actually can kill you, despite the fact that you're shooting at them. But the vast majority of them, you're going to be able to, if you can get an angle to hit them, then you're going to be able to you'll be able to do that. Um, overall, uh, overall about the game, as far as platformers go, it's pretty standard from quality when it comes to what you would expect from a platformer. Like I said, there's not anything here that's ever overtly difficult, but it does take some skill and thinking about how you're going to get from one place to another. But if you played hardcore platformers in the past, then this is not going to be anything tough compared to a lot of things that are available, in this platformer area now. Um, the graphics in the game are nice, kind of a cartoony graphics, but also not, exquisitely cartoony. It's kind of a cross between the cartoony and half realistic type thing. And the background is covered with lots of different types of like pictures and things that just give it a nice look overall. Um, Also, the color schemes work really well from area to area, so like what you can tell where you are based on the color schemes and things of nature. And the backgrounds, they blend into what the surrounding that you're playing, your playing aspect is. So that's pretty good. As for the achievements, it's gonna take you about probably 2 hours to complete the full 1,000, assuming that you kind of look for most of the collectibles as you go. You don't need all the collectibles to get all the achievements. You just need about half of, or even a third on some aspects. But you need some. So I actually didn't. I went kind of for them, but didn't really go hardcore for them, and I was able to get all of them without having to go back and do anything extra there. Uh, as for the score of the game, I'm gonna give the game a 7 out of 10 because it's a pretty good standard little platformer, and it was pretty fun. I was pleasantly surprised by the game. Granted, I like a lot of the stuff that sometimes you puts out there. I think that they find some of these smaller indie games that are actually pretty decent and get them on Xbox, and this one is no exception to that rule. So I definitely recommend it. However, the price, I feel like they could have probably put this at a $5 price point as well, because I felt like the $10 point is a little high for what it is. Uh, so I might want to wait for this thing to go on sale if you choose to pick it up for the achievements only. But if you like good platformers, then you're probably going to like this one okay. I mean, it's not the best platformer you ever played, but I've played a heck of a lot worse than this. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the game. If you have any comments about it, or you pick it up, or have any questions, feel free to hit me or Fire Up. We've both completed it, and thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and have a nice day.